If stubbornness could get you through, you'd be in... Seal looks real enough. We don't take kindly to outsiders sticking their nose...
Hey, you! Gaffon sent you, didn't he? To summon us for the moot. Just because we live up in the mountains doesn't mean we don't know what's happening in the wider... Well, that works out perfectly. My father's been looking for someone for outside... That's all I know. He didn't tell me much, but he sounded really serious. He told me to bring the first person... His name is Strana. Please, go meet him at his forge. You can't...
Oi, don't I know you? Aye, that's it. I knew you looked familiar. It's good to see a fellow survivor. Tell me, friend, how did you manage it? That hooded fellow helped you. If you've got the guts to dislike the man who saved your life, you know, among the Dalriada, when someone saves your life, you owe them a debt until you can repay. But now that I think about it, you don't have to like them. So tell me, what's happening in the wider world? Sounds about right. That's why I wanted to... Why should I risk my neck for outsiders? They've always treated us Dalriada like we're some necessary... Sure, they're nice enough when you're useful. But once it's over, they look at you like you're a stray dog. Nay, thanks. Dalriada will always be Dalriada. Who knows? I wasn't here when Camelot attacked my tribe. If I had been, they wouldn't have pushed us back to the keep. I only know this. Thrigve forbade it, and the Ulfrats obey him like hounds chasing. Not my chieftain, not my problem. We wasn't exactly lively when I left the village, but now it's... glowing. The Thoid called it a blessing. Told all the Dalriada they should rejoice. Maybe that's why no other tribe helped. Not Ulfr, not Volker, nor even Thoid. You're joking? One Eye's rebellion actually... Now that's... Never cared for One Eye, but credit where it's due. He pulled off... Now all that's left is to rally the other tribes, get word to One Eye and... Good. It's about time. These tribes have had their heads so far up. Who doesn't have problems? Back in Arthur's time, we stood as one. Now, we're so damn stubborn we...
No, you're not. I was thinking of knocking you flat in a fight, so Concha would see it and say, bloody. But with you... No, this needs someone with a bit more meat. Just look at him. Those shoulders, like he could tell. Those massive fists and the scars. Look how long and thick they are. What does that matter when he's as strong as an old... Sure, there are things he still... How else could it be? What do you... Look at me. Then you might need your head. And the women don't fight. They just sit in handkerchiefs. Like he's... Well, I could give him a good one. I'm no good at talking. He probably already thinks that. With me just sitting here. Our chieftain? What's there to say? He's the strong... Until next... You're alive. Think...
Nah, you're the outsider Vigdis's kid ran into. We don't talk to many outsiders these days. But if you're here, that means it's for some reason. And who would we be talking to exactly? The Gunvalders were slain to the last by Camelot. Not that it matters. They were a strange folk. And that leaves only one neighbor. The damn Theuds. They meddle in cursed magic, so no talk. I'm Hrafn, son of Tove and Isid. I share the forge with Stronner. He makes weapons. If you need something special, you'll find it here. Nothing will Since you asked, I might have a small... I need a few brimshade hide. There's a project that's been on my mind for a while now, but I've been too busy to go... If it works, I'll tell you. But if it does work, let's just say that traveling through... Glad to hear. I've been someone's apprentice most of my life, so I'm not exactly... I'll be waiting for you here. And I guarantee my... It's you. I guarantee.
I wouldn't come any closer. Because I said so. Leave in peace. Ah, your power. A nice... This is his way of telling me you're worth my time. Bold and straightforward. But there's one problem. You aren't of Dalrita blood, so I can't admit you. Our ancient laws say you might, yes, but they're called ancient. If you achieve something great, say a feat of war, the Elder Council might. Well, if you've won Kavor's favor, to prove your worth to the Stone Wardens, you must find a weird stone vein. It used to be the first task for any prospective member of our brotherhood. These days, I can tell you where to start searching. There was once a rich vein in an old mine to the north. We abandoned it a century ago. So I can't say exact, but I can guarantee you'll find something. Until now.
You're in the Hall of Remembrance. My name's Ast. I look after this place. Yes, it's a hole. Oh, all sorts. You're here, so I probably can't tell you. Yes. Very likely. I spend a lot of... That and weird steel, yes. But... They were. Old Eirg, who was the first to and they turned into stone. Yes. Goodbye.
Who goes there? Is it you, Fus? I'm Olaf, senior journeyman of the Stone Warden's brother. I've never set foot beyond the Forlorn Swords, so my knowledge of the wider world. So tell me, what brings you to us? Let me guess. Everyone's falling over themselves to answer the call. This isn't the first time Gerfon has called for a moot to unite against Camelot. And the truth is, the Dalriada are tired of war. Old feuds and fighting off the monsters. We're too divided, too worn down to take on a fight beyond the Forlorn. Nothing happened. This is the process of stone sleep. It's my choice. The men you see here, frozen in time, are my... I know our customs may seem strange to outsiders, but trust me, there's no... I forget sometimes. It's no secret, so I'll tell you. Stone sleep is how we unite with the... It's the highest honor. A chance to become one with the soil that sustains... We are the noblest of orders. Forged, we serve the land and its hidden treasures. We're born of the land, sustained by it. And in the end... We've never accepted anyone who isn't Dalriada. Not in living memory, anyway. That said, the world's changing. Not necessarily. We used to say, the world will end before we let outsiders in. Don't take it personally if Darvon decides to make an exception for you. She's my daughter. A brave young woman. She stops by every now and then to tend to my stone-bound body. A good girl. I'm not dying, after all. I'm...
Egil sent you, did he? That kind of order should go straight to Tryggvi, though I doubt he'd... Until a new chieftain is chosen, Tryggvi always dreamed of surpassing mortal strength. He became obsessed with the Ulfar might not be known for their writing, but we have... Tryggvi found out the pillar was a place where giants entrusted their soul, so we had a throne forged into the pillar and sat on it during a weird night. What happened after... I wouldn't call it madness. He grew to a monstrous size and gained It might not mean much to an outsider. We tried. The moment we declared a new chieftain, Tryggvi appeared out of... Then
like nothing had happened. He returned. After that, the Ulfr began worshipping him like a god. Don't be surprised if you hear them singing his praises, or they're terrified of his power, although none of them will admit it. The only way to remove an Ulfr chieftain is through, but there's no honor in fighting something like him. Perhaps my mentor, Darvan, knows how to defeat him. He won't tell me. He says he's afraid I'd try to face, and honestly, he's probably right. If I knew how to bring him down, I'd do it in a heartbeat. But he's probably right about that too. My brother. Are you mad? Thrygvi is practically a demigod. If that's what you've decided, though you have my permission to challenge Thrygvi to a duel. I'll stay close by, just in case you... Ah, so you've met some of my brothers already. Since you know about the Stone Wardens, I'll tell you the truth. Darvan himself resides here. I don't know for sure. Thrygvi doesn't, but I have a theory it probably had something to do with the awakening Many tribes envied them for it. And yes, definitely. The Ulfr might be stubborn, but but his shadow looms large. It's hard to see a way forward. The Ulfar are a proud people, always the first. We are also renowned for our blacks, but now we've lost our way. When Gunval, it's the greatest shame of our tribe.
Greetings, walker in the weirdness. Your presence. The Thoid tribe longs to dream Mother's dream. It is our greatest. Mother told Senja, schooled sister, when you will fall into the sleep. Everyone aids Senja in her dreaming, except Chieftain Ingvi and you. Because of this, Mother's grace flows upon us all. And Mother is everywhere. You can see her image there. We long to surrender to her. In her warm Schooled is not worthy to reveal Mother's secrets. If Chieftain Ingvi decides to tell the walker
you are here, walker in the weirdness. I am Yngvi. May my for the Thoid. It is what you bring to the tribe that matters. I am my tribe's servant. I've heard the voice, but I cannot answer. The members of the Thoid tribe are preparing to fall into sleep, and it is my duty. How do you think you can help us? Can you do more? If that's the case, I won't stop you from entering. But don't you dare harm her. If you do, you'll have the entire thought. As you wish, Walker. I won't make any decisions about the dreaming until you return with answers. Walker in the weirdness. We sleep to dream. It is sacred to the Thoid. Until now, only Senya has dreamed. Through the dream, we commune with our guardian giant. Now Mother wishes for all of us to join her. Mother promises that the strength of the Thoid's united dream by embracing the dream. The Thoids have long believed the world is heading. If there is a way to prevent that, we are not sure. We became certain the moment you set foot in our lands. She said that when the walker through our dream, we will save. You are the walker in the weirdness. We have tried everything. Magic. We needed Mother to show us the way. I will keep watch. Once they fall into sleep, I'll decide whether or... That is my honest answer. Words shape reality. You should... The Gunvalder tribe did the same. We believe King... There's always been a special... Perhaps. He was the old... But how could we find out now? The king is dead. We need to... We believe Arthur bound his essence to the crown. Which... However, you can't bind your essence. That's why we believe Arthur must have uncovered the secrets of the weirdness.
Gladdens school to see you here, for it means behold the dreaming, walker in the weirdness. As I greeted you in... Yngvi believes you may unravel without freeing them from these burdens. They cannot enter Mother's chamber, where each of us... Yngvi's burden is to guard the village of Thoid. She awaits the right sign. When it comes... Life, unfulfilled duties. Feel once, we of Thoid would end up, but your arrival ended the vigil.
Walker in the weirdness. You're here. I need to speak with Yngvi. But ever since the dream began, she must hear this before it's too late. That's exactly the problem. Sonder is a trap. Please, I'm begging you. The Giant Mother. The one we believe to be Mather. To surrender ourselves to her care. But why did we ever assume she was our Mother Goddess was a warrior? She gave us the strength to stand against adversity. To unite against those who seek to... And what is this dream, if not turning our backs on our kin? On the other tribes who still fight? Sunder is an escape. And if we flee into Sunder instead of standing and fighting, we are no longer... We are on the verge of losing everything. Our identity... I don't know if it'll be enough. Tell Ingvi that Rune reminds her of the duty of every Dulriel. The Giant Mother is not Mather. She's... I know my plea must sound desperate. If you grant my request, I'll enter Sun. But if that is the only way to save the tribe, then I will do it. I will
Walker in the weirdness. Ah, Runa. I suppose that he has told you, I hope, how much he longed to become chieftain. But among the Thoid, ambition is one of the gravest sins. I was chosen, as is the way of the Thoid. As for Runa, he would have thrived as an Ulfrite. Whatever he's asked of you, know this. Runa has his own reasons. Does he now? And he's only just come to this realization. Let me guess. He wants to switch places. To take an escape. That is what I feared. You're voicing my own concerns. Thoid, the forefather of our tribe, was a warrior. Immortal and mystical she may be. The difference between us is that I face my challenges, while Runa flees from. Taking him at his word would be naive. But I cannot ignore what he says. I bet on the one hand, there is on the other, my own doubts. And tell me, Walker in the weirdness, you do not share our burden. I will. You have my word. We've always placed our trust in intuition. And if mine tells me there may be truth in... Thank you for your involvement. My duty as chieftain is... You may leave me to my thoughts.
Ingvi has proven herself a worthy chieftain. feel the change.
You, don't just stand there. Help me find Vile. I know that filthy swine is hiding somewhere around. A filthy beast. A mongrel who tried to put his hands where they... Oh, how I wish I had cut them off when I had the chance. And now he's entered the vigil and I cannot. I will... If he dares try to harm her again, Senya! I swore to protect her. I chased Vilekin from her bedside, then from the tribe. But he still managed to worm his way into the I need to find him. As long as he's out there, Senya will never be safe. And because I saw him. I tried to give chase, but he cannot be allowed into Sonder. His very presence. Good. Bring me his head so I can finally dream in peace.
Behold, Walker, this is one of Mother's earthly faces. She watches over us now in the dreaming, as she once did in the waking world. I believe Mather watches your path with great intent, as do I.
Have you found him? Oh, thank Mother. Senya is finally safe. Thank you. Wait, who are you exactly? Walker in the weirdness. That means the vigil will soon end, and I will see Senya. I do. I swore to watch over her in her sleep, and it has been an honor, but she's so still when she dreams. I wish she would smile again. Have a good sleep, I guess. Thank you, Walker in the weirdness. Now that...
You are the walker in the weirdness. You walk where few dare. I need help. Not for my mate Sidara. My friend Bodil and I went to the Giant's Barrow. We sought knowledge. A sign that we still walk toward Mother's dream. But what we found instead was ruin. Bodil, our companion, did not return. And Sidara, the White's touch took hold of her. Find Bodil. End his and Sidara. She still sleeps, but her soul. Then, at last, we will have peace. We will join Mother in her... Bodil's earthly vessel might still be in the White's lair. As for Sidara, she sleeps in our hut, beside me. Please, bring back my loved ones.
The throne. My beloved. My beloved.
The weight you must send me to her. Wherever more than I but listen. Not because I wish to not hesitate. Thank you for understanding. Let this be the
Ho ho ho, you're here. Munvarth Nut. He's my friend. My raven friend. I mean, he's a raven. Feathers, wings, a bit. Well, not really him, actually. It's my stupid head. Before I entered the mother's dream, I told myself, yarns. And, of course, I forgot. Damned useless head. And rip it off. You will. I'd do it myself, but I can't go back anymore. For Toids, dreams are a one-way journey. Here, this is the key to his cage. It works like any key. Just stick it in the lock and turn it. I hope I can... And, please, make sure... Hello. Did you manage to free him? Thank you. I hope he finds a new home. Or I can already feel my burden lifting. Now I can join...
Come, yearns for, Rune, Alfild, Thrym. No matter how great or small their burden, it still bound them. But now they may step into Mother's chamber, and you shall be granted this. You shall see my sister, Senja, and Mother, whose dreams we have shared, and in whose dreams we... Do not fear. No harm will come to you. I know that you are expected. Indeed.
I have watched your journey, Walker in the Wilderness. I saw how you helped the lost Thoid children face their burdens. The weight for that, you have my gratitude. Now tell me what it is. You seek the legacy of the one who brought so much suffering. I do not know if you come to me searching, but now I understand. You need the support of the tribes to face what's... Tell me, human child. Why? Why should I stop waiting for Ingevi and release her from her journey toward her burden? She has no reason to remain in a world crumbling into... Rebuilding old myths will not undo the inevitable. The past is a grave. If you keep chasing it, if you keep digging up what was buried long ago, you will find your...
Enough. There is no reasoning with the giant. That is why I ordered the giants to sleep. They reveled in strange manipulations, willing to wager their own... And so, I speak. Whatever this one demands, grant it.
I was wondering how long you would stay silent. Letting the human whose body you stole, you have lasted surprisingly long. I suppose emptiness and oblivion have taught you some humility. Nevertheless, greetings, Arthur. The moment I can tell you, face to face, that everything is your fault. This is also the moment I accuse you of murdering my children. Your human king got to know us well. When he ordered the giants to sleep, he knew that our children could not dream. Dreaming is something giants grow into with age, having no choice but to obey. We left our children behind in the waking world. Quiestra, the child I once held in my arms, never dreamed with me. But I had time. Enough time to dream of Sonder. A place there. I will dream, Quiestra. I will give shelter to the entire Thoid tribe, including Ingevi.
I have made many terrible mistakes during my reign. But I wanted to make Avalon our home, free from the I thought that my return would restore...
Your idea of what is good is... As for you, mortal, yes, you need the blessing of the tribe, but you will have to manage without the Thoid. I will care for them as if they were my own children. And I will save... You. Here you are, at the mercy of the mortal whose body, soul, and mind. I'm glad to see you trapped. But as for your words, human child, how can I be sure you'll follow through on this decision? Yes. In the end, it is because of you that you have sacrificed yourself for our path. So, though it may not be a gracious gesture, your word for Ingavi. Her fate is I release Ingavi from her journey to Sonder. May she carry the burden of the Thoid who remain in the waking world. But you, leave now and let us.
Walker in the weirdness. I don't know what to say. Deep down, I've always felt that Sonder. I envied Therov for joining One-Eye's rebellion and getting to see the world. Now I will have the chance to know real life. But I cannot be the. Perhaps I will join those who refused Mother's call. I don't know how Gerfan will react to an elder without a tribe. There is a reason why the Thoid made me their elder. My power. And on the battlefield, a skilled Thoid is worth 10 Volk. The Thoid. We have long been divided between those, or at least that's what we believed. That they were cowards, unfaithful. To me, they were simply brothers who dared to walk their own path. Even at the cost. I am still Thoid, and I am young. When I come of age, I can bring more Thoid into this world. It's hard to say, but I don't truly care. But who knows? Perhaps this time we will grow closer to them. With Mother gone, perhaps we will finally. I am certain they will be. My role as elder was to guide the Thoid of old to the dreaming. At last, I will be allowed to grow up. And I know I will always wonder what Sonder would have been like. But something tells me this path is not closed to me forever. If they're true, that would also align with Runa's claim that Sonder is a trap. And that, if so, then when I die, my soul that. See you at the moot, Walker in the weirdness.
Well met, Trap. Thrigva, that cursed fool. Undead and merged with the law, and perhaps he is. For now. So I guess you want to challenge him to a duel. You cannot defeat him as you are. The Lone Pillar grants him strength beyond more. No blade will bite. No armor will hold. Not unless you listen well. To face Thrigva and live, you'll need to forge a weapon. A true marvel. One capable of shattering the Lone Pillar's... I'll help you forge it. But you'll need to gather the giant's blessings first. What do I look like? A giant keeper? The giants have no love for the likes of us anymore. If Stroner sent you, then go back to his hut. His wife might know something useful. The giants respect bargains, oaths, and stories. Stroner keeps her close. Protective, I'd say. Or maybe ashamed. The Ulford tribesfolk say she's mad. Perhaps even a liar. Claiming she speaks to giants? But mad or not, she knows things. The rest don't judge her by their words. Go to her and listen. You might find her man... Well now, you've done something I didn't think was possible. Truth be told, I only sent you there as a reward. I'll teach you with what you pulled from that vein. I can sing yourself something beautiful.
Darvin, you have to talk to my father. I'm begging you, end this madness.
You're confused, girl. You're asking the Master of the Stone Wardens to stop one of our own from entering the Stone Sleep. Ridiculous. Don't ask me again.
If anyone can stop this, it's you. You can set new rules. Show them the old ways don't have to stay unbroken. If you ever respected my father, please do it for him.
Out of the question. The Stone Sleep is the highest honor in our brotherhood. Only you should be proud of your father.
Proud? You're all a bunch of...
Fusca, Olaf's daughter. Fierce and stubborn, as I'm sure not the wisest girl, but I can't deny her spirit. Unfortunately, her grasp of our brotherhood's principles is sorely lacking. Help. There's nothing to fix here. Olaf, if he wanted to stop it, he would. Whatever his reasons, still, calming that girl might be worth a try. The last thing we need is for her to try something. Young blood. They struggle with tradition, especially when she doesn't want to lose her father. Since her mother passed, they say no love is stronger than a child's for their parent. I wouldn't know, but Olaf is doing what he believes is right. The statues you must have seen scattered across, they're our ancestors. Though it's the highest blessing a Stone Warden can achieve. It's something we all aspire to. You may never experience it yourself. I've never heard of a non-Rita receiving. Then again, few outsiders have joined our ranks. So... if it were up to me, I'd vote against it. The moot waste time dreaming of invading Camelot. While the Dorita crumble from... We've got greater problems to solve. Fractured tribes, lost traditions, and a dwindling future. Conspire. Ha! Call it what you like. Plotting. Thrigva's not a man anymore. He's a curse. Stroner and I understand that. If you're wise, someone has to stop him. And it sure as hell... Off you go. And...
do you want, outsider? No, wait. I'm sorry. Everyone says I talk before I think, and you are an outsider. That wasn't an insult. How foolish of me. Maybe the fact that you're not one of us means... Murder, thank you for opening my eyes. Right, the beginning. My name's Fuska, daughter of Olaf, of the Ulfr tribe. My father, he's giving up on life because someone convinced him that, as a member of the Stone Wardens, it's the right, but I think it's pure madness. And I'll do whatever it takes to stop him. Honestly, I'm not sure. From what I've heard, there's no way to reverse the stone sleep. I do have an idea, although it's risky, at least for me. For you, as an outsider, you could also try talking to my father. Just don't let him drown you in all that honor and tradition nonsense. I've had enough of it, and trust me, you will too. Near our settlement, there's a man called Frost. He's a nameless reader. Frost claims he created a potion that can reverse the stone sleep. I think they cast him out because he defied... I can't risk being seen with a nameless. If anyone caught me, it'd be over for me. I'd be as good as exiled, cut off from my... That's why only you can help. Great! Give me your map. Here's... May Medder bless you for the help you've...
Vigdis? What does she have? Does that old man really believe her ramblings are the will of the giants? I won't say what I really think about this. If the master of the Brotherhood... Because I'm protecting her from prying eye. I don't know you. Why would I speak of my wife, accused of... For any Dalrita, losing one's mind is like a living death, a shame worse than most can bear. But I love her too much to grant. If Darvan believes she hasn't gone mad, but instead serves as a bridge between the Ulf, you'll find her in the locked room.
Stop right there. I don't get many visitors. None I don't care about your name, so don't waste time worrying. Let's just say I'm someone who knows enough to stay alive. You ask too much, outsider. Some things are bad. Now, tell me why you're really here, or leave before someone less forgiving Nope. No adventure here. Just me. Mind. Puska. So she still thinks it's worth fighting? I've seen plenty. I never listen. Even when the truth is staring them in the face. Maybe. Reversing the stone sleep, the process isn't just physical. It's tied to the soul. If all... What do you need? I won't be the one brewing this pot. Here's the recipe. Just don't come crying to me if you blow yourself up in the... Don't take too long. Time isn't something... And remember, don't tell anyone you've been here. If you forget...
Turn around. And you've got the seal. Fine. Go on. Just try not to piss it.
You don't... That's more... Mother...
Off with you, stranger. Oh, I saw an outsider. I figured you must have lost. But you... Can I help you? Speaking so polite. And to answer your question, no. You won't leave me be, will you? Fine, have it. Oh, mourning a loss. My blade. Shattered into pieces. I've collected every shot. I will. Once the sorrow passes. What kind of smith doesn't? But even so, I could forge a dozen axes. Another dozen swords. It was forged from the same metal as the giant swords. I found it. Blood and guts of those wretches were everywhere. And there it was. My sword. I realized I couldn't keep going like this. It had all gone too far, far beyond what I could handle. The sword, it needed proof of loyalty, and since blood binds best, it demanded blood. Until, one day, the blood of others. Sometimes, if I went too long without tasting my blood, it felt like punishment for letting it stop. Oh, what, you want them? Fine, take them. I need to come to terms with the loss. But if you can forge something from it, I'll commend you. No, that will be your work. I'll rid myself of what's caused me so much sorrow. Just remember, if it starts whispering to you, there's only one way to deal with it. Well, you'll definitely... It's rare enough, but making it to the Vulkars, that's another story. Or they simply decide there's nothing here. And what? I don't blame them. But since everyone's abandoned us... That's not it, stranger. Listen closely. Well, that doesn't matter. What matters is Vulkar. A man can be broken by the silence when his gods, but if he stays loyal to his tribe, deep down... I'll take a look at what I've got. Do you need some? Really? But take it. Keep it far away from me. If it starts, now that I think about it, I might have something else that could interest you. Stop by. I'll take a look at what I've got.
Of course she doesn't. She takes after her mother. But Fusca must understand. I know she loves me. She proves it every time she cares for this hardening body. But my mind is made up. It's my right to decide how I leave this. You won't convince me otherwise. So let's not discuss. Let me guess. Fusca sent you. I can see her pain. But I've carried my own for long enough. This isn't just about tradition. I want the stone sleep. Here, if you take this from me, you take my dignity and... I'm glad we could come to... If I may ask, please, look after Fusca. She doesn't deserve to face this. I believe in time.
Yes? Do you... I'd feel taken care of if you hadn't let my father die. Get out of my sight! I want nothing to do... What was I thinking? Trusting someone... Maybe one day I'll understand why my father chose... But you know the worst part? Deep down, I kept hoping his love for me would be stronger. Well, I'm not the first nor the last child to let their... Now leave me. And thank you, despite everything.
You tread where others speak, mortal.
Trigva. If you wish to destroy, show me you can take what the depths demand. The heart and the mind, both are tested here. The heart and the brains of a only then will. Lies slain, its heart and mind laid bare. You have proven yourself mortal, not just in strength, but in will. Few dare to face the darkness, and fewer still emerge victorious. You have earned the blessing of the depth. Take it and know it binds you to the weight of what lies below. The unyielding, the eternal, the unseen. This fragment is yours, forged by the shadows and the earth itself. Go now, and tread carefully. The depths remember all who walk them.
non Rita wandering through these frigid lands. It takes courage, or sit, if it pleases you. A warm flame is rare here. The farther north you go, the less... I'm an old Daurita. I couldn't care less anymore. My advice, leave them be. And if you're fool enough to poke... I am Vati. Little else of me is worth... Not in my case, stranger. I'm just an old man. You, however, seem sharp, strong. And you're not from here. That much is clear. Well, I'll be. And what do you need those cursed... A mission, you say? And I'm afraid, however, that in this ruined village, you won't find Gerfan. That old cot...
Who dares to speak, small one? And Tryggva, the parasite clinging to... If you wish to rid the world of... Call forth your allies, mortal. The summoner respects not lone. Together you will face this trial. You have faced my summons and stood victorious. Few possess the strength to endure, and fewer still the bonds to overcome. You are worthy of my blessing. Take it, mortal, and carry the strength of the summoner with you. But know this. My power is not a gift. It is a burden. Wield it wisely, for it binds you to those you fight for. Go now. The giant strength is yours to wield, but their expectations are yours to bear. Do not fail.
Well met, traveler. The girl must not have been happy about it, huh? Olaf had been longing for the stone slip for years, afraid it might never. Fusca will understand in time. I'll send someone to check on her. You know, outsider, now that I think of it, our brother, if you complete it, I'll be impressed. Go to the heart of the mountain, not far from here. Beneath a heap of stone lies the entrance to a... Once he began taking the giant's power for himself, he decided the Stone Warden Brotherhood no longer... So he brought the whole thing down, sealed off the heart of our work. We've tried to clear it. We failed. I suspect magic was involved. Even the Thoid, those few who died. Here, this is the song we used to sing to get inside. It should work. Maybe you'll find the right tones to move the blasted pile. The Forgeborn, no doubt. The Forgeborn fed our forge, and its flame never died. If you fail, the secret of the Forgeborn, then by all means, if you fail, you won't be the first. Others have, and don't forget to rid the place of whatever it was that smothered the Forgeborn. It should recover on its own. By the stones. Do you have any idea what you've... Forging a weapon from them is the pinnacle of the stone. It's a feat spoken of in tales, but never achieved in living memory. Ambitious. I respect that. The forge is yours, but I'll... You've earned this moment. A Stone Warden in all but name, shaping the strength of giant. Use it well, and make it count.